It's Madden NFL.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure. You
know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Now back to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Milton Williams in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback. Now a play fake here on first down. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw here. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback there for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Emmanuel Mosley that time able to knock it away.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 66 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
The Lions at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
To throw is Hankins. Looking to throw on 2nd down. That one goes for 8 yards. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take, catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into this spot.
Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This ball caught by Mechie. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1. Algier is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward. But they kick it here, and it's good. So then a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Here we go, set.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Nifty move. Again the juke. And he's brought down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Right side complete to Mechie. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the 25, here's second and 6. Straight ahead, Etienne. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run with Etienne. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This from 36 yards out. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Ready. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
We'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He will push his way down to about the 14. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this. He's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here we go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Get it.
Here's Akins on 1st and 10. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw again. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught left side by Mechie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. And he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out. And that'll do it for this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were losers last time out to the 49ers, but right now they're on the right side of the scoreboard as they start out 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Etienne up the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now for the 1st and goal.
Elliott fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want, because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll drop this one off with ETN.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Ready, go.
They'll run here with Algier.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Tyler Algier, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
3 quarters in the books. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 8. steps away to his left. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll go again with Etienne. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Here's Michael Palardy now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne to about the 26 here. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Slant to Adams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Back to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And now here's another interception. Desmond King picks it. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD.
Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On play action, they'll throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about
It's week 7 of the...
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. The numbers for Sanders last week, 16 carries, 64 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd down at the outside of this drive. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On now is the Packers punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with 1 there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Packers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they've climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Does it. Good. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them,
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. But he was able to get the feet down complete. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here come the Lions now. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The Lions still looking for that first win, 0-6 to start the year. And really, it's just sort of been one thing after another, Charles.
It certainly has, and they're one of those teams that while all teams talk about starting fast, that's like, topic one, this team never has. That's been an issue for them all season long, and because of that, they've never been able to catch up during games.
Running on first down, Eckler, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
To throw on third down, Jones. Left side here to Sanders. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They started on the ground with Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll set up to throw. He'll buy some time right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of... Only got halfway there.
Portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
That's one of those, Charles, when it works, it looks amazing, and when it doesn't, it means trouble.
Yeah, you're right about that one, partner, because that allows us to say, what are you thinking when it doesn't work? Although I know in his mind when he made the call, he was thinking about the amazing part. But in this case, I think the defense, they caught on to this fairly quickly, and they were able to force the incomplete pass.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered theirs. That throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
K.J. Hamler
from 8 yards out. And the Packers have regained the lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by K.J. Hamler.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He hits Adams complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Okay, ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. On 2nd and 9, Jones.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd down, Jones. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Back to throw again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
That swung out wide to Sanders. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Ready, ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And this one is incomplete. So we're the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player he was shaken up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 68 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. On play action, they'll throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down Detroit.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Odafe Owe there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on this.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Austin Eckler, career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me.
There he goes, left side. 20. Touchdown, Packers. K.J. Hamler, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler.
You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown. And he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan's good to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam is such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this to Ekeler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the ground, it's Ekeler, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Here is Ekeler. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Fast footwork by Sanders. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, throw left side, taken in by Hill. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. match ends as the third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Jones. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Jones gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. DeMarvin Leal fighting through to bring him down that time.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Lions offense set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He's got Hurst, his tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal.
Eckler is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Oh, what a juke into space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Jones. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Justin Madubuike.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Here we go.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. This offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 106 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Justin Madubuike able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out, because the current formula is not working. Here's Jones, throwing to start the drive. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Looking to throw. Jones. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. With Sanders up the middle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to